My name is Lionel Loganathan, and I'm the common sense conservative candidate in the great riding of Markham-Thornhill, and I'm a proud Tamil Canadian. I think the jobs of the future are very important. You know, when my parents came here in 1985, I could have been anything that I wanted to be. And the formula was a pretty simple formula. You come here, you work hard, and you sacrifice a little bit. The next generation will be better off than the generation that came before. And after 10 years of liberal governance, that just isn't true in this country anymore. And so I think it's a multi-fold approach that we need to take to creating jobs for the future for our kids. One is we've got to get our natural resources to market, whether it's our oil and gas, whether it's our softwood lumber, whether it's our rare earth minerals. We just have to get those things to market. With AI and tech, that's such an important thing. We need to unlock entrepreneurship. We need to unleash innovation. I personally worked for Knowledge Hook, and we had an innovative technology that was an award-winning technology company run by young Tamil entrepreneurs. And I think we need to unlock that potential for future generations, and we need to get government out of the way so that our innovators and our young people can find roles for themselves. And I think that's how we can help. Canada is the best country in the world. It's unsurprising that many people want to come here. The reality is that we've had many families that have come here in the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, and Canada has been really good to us. The reality now is that under the Liberal government, immigration has been completely uncontrolled, and it's been disproportionate for the amount of housing, the amount of hospital capacity, the amount of school capacity that we've got. So I think we're at a time now in our timeline as a country where we need to make sure that the immigration that we have is responsible and is proportionate to the types of services that we're able to provide for those that are here and those that are coming. It's not compassionate to bring people here and not have the capacity for housing and the jobs and the hospitals and the schools that they need to be successful here. And I think we need to get back to a merit-based immigration system where, we look at, well, yeah, where are you coming from? Are you leaving a tough situation? But also, what can you do for this country? And your qualifications should matter here. Our government is also releasing something called a Blue Seal test. So if you come to this country with qualifications from your home country, we want to give you a Blue Seal test that you can take so you can test into your profession of choice. And we want to do that. We're going to offer microloans to make that possible. But we need to do a better job of bringing immigrants here and helping them settle while balancing the things that the people in Canada need. Bill C-18 is a Liberal bill, and it's a censorship bill. It is absolutely ridiculous in this country that you cannot go on Facebook or Instagram and be able to click through to a link on a news website. The fact is that the government should never control what people can see. People should be given the free choice and the responsibility of being able to see whatever it is that they want to see. And I think it's important for people to make the decision on what's right for them to see and not see, not for the government to get in the way and be a gatekeeper. This is not about promoting journalism. It's really a censorship bill. And, I think it's ridiculous. Even if I go on a Tamil news media outlet's Instagram, I can't see the news in Canada. And I just think that's not right. I was looking at 105.9, The Region, which is a local outlet here. I can't see their information on Instagram, but somebody in another country can. It just doesn't make any sense. We've got to get rid of Bill C-18, which is a Liberal censorship law. They should not regulate the internet. I think Canada's a great place because we're such a diverse people based on race, ethnicity, culture, religion, everything. The reality is, though, the last 10 years, this Liberal government has spent time celebrating the things that make us different. And what I find when I talk to people, when I go to the doors, we've been to over 50,000 doors in my riding this election cycle. What we find is that people actually have a lot more in common than the differences they have. Markham-Thornhill is the most ethnically diverse riding in the country, over 350 languages spoken here. And when I talk to families, whether they're Muslim or they're Jewish, whether they're Hindu or they're Sikh, whether they're Tamil or whether they're Sinhalese, what I find is that the commonalities amongst them are way more than the things that make them different. They're all struggling with the affordability crisis. They're all struggling with the rise in crime. And they're all struggling with kids that are living at home, trying to figure out a way to move out of their parents' house and be able to afford rent or a mortgage. Those problems that the Liberals have created don't discriminate. And I think we need to focus on the things that make us common here in Canada and really celebrate what it means to be Canadian. That's something we've gotten away from for the last 10 years. And a Conservative national majority government will bring that back, a true pride in Canada. Well, I've got a lot of inspiration. I mean, I draw a lot of inspiration from my kids. Just seeing them and seeing the country that they're going to grow up in. And when I see other kids, my friends' kids, my family's kids, and I look at them and I just want them to have hope. That's an important inspiration. But also, my parents are such an inspiration to me as well. The sacrifices they were able to make, like they followed that formula. You come in, you work hard, and you sacrifice. You do with a little less, so that the next generation can have more. And I think that's a Tamil tradition, but I also think that's a tradition for anybody that comes to this country. So that's a big inspiration to me. Political inspiration, I mean, I draw on a lot of people in Canadian history, people like John Diefenbaker, who introduced the Bill of Rights, great leaders like Stephen Harper, who took principled stands in Canada and also internationally. Those are some of my political inspirations. And internationally, my biggest political inspiration, Singaporean leader Lee Kuan Yew, somebody that many world leaders have learned from, somebody that had a lot of great ideas and really loved his people. I've got so many incredible places in Canada that I've been to, that I've been privileged to go to. I was a software sales executive, so I had a chance to travel coast to coast in this country. I've been to every province probably 20, 30 times. Some of the highlights, I would recommend going to Halifax and making sure you go to Pier 21, check out all the immigrant stories. We are a country of immigrants. Make sure you have some lobster. Make sure you stop off at KOD and have some King of Donair. If you're in Winnipeg, go down to the Forks. Make sure you check out all the arts and culture there, but also the Human Rights Museum at the Forks as well in Winnipeg. And I mean, I'd be remiss not to mention the Rocky Mountains, Banff, Lake Louise. But one of my absolute favorite places is a place in British Columbia called Lake Country, British Columbia. Beautiful lakes in the Okanagan. Get out there. I love going to Kelowna, Penticton. Man, these are all beautiful places you have to see. And then if you go all the way to the West Coast, Victoria, BC. You got to have some of the seafood there. It's absolutely awesome. And make sure that you go to high tea at the Empress. It's fantastic. We live in such an amazing, amazing country.